A woman made this "Am I the a-hole" post and then specifically put it in my inbox. Now, I know that if somebody is reaching out to me specifically, they probably already know what I'm going to say. But this is her post. She's 25, he's 30. All right. She says, "Am I the a-hole for considering moving back home for school, even though my boyfriend might have nowhere to go? You are not your boyfriend's keeper. This 30-year-old man needs to be in charge of himself. You are not your boyfriend's keeper. No, you're not the a-hole. Without even reading the post, you're not the a-hole." But let's look at the post. She says, "Hi Reddit, I'm really in a complicated situation and could use some perspective. I'm 25 and I've been in a long-term relationship for 5 years with my boyfriend, who's 30. My partner isn't a bad person. He can be loving and supportive, but I often feel emotionally drained and stressed. He has a lot of emotional baggage, including parent issues, a difficult relationship with his kids, plural, kids, social anxiety, and feelings of inadequacy." He has feelings of inadequacy because he is inadequate. So yes, that he should have those feelings. "Communication is tough. When I share how I feel, it sometimes leads to tension, and I end up feeling like I'm too much or causing stress just by speaking up." Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I'm ready to break up with your boyfriend already. So let's just go ahead and just end this thing. He has kids. He's draining. He has a lot of baggage that he needs to work through. Absolutely not. Let's go ahead and just break up. For example, I told him I feel stressed as I am working 3 remote jobs to support us while he is not working. This is because A, he doesn't qualify for high-paying jobs. B, he has no interest in returning to school or trade school. C, he has social anxiety. D, he has child support payments that would garnish the money. He also has a warrant out for his arrest. So jobs that require driving, like delivery gigs, are out of the picture as he feels they would increase the risk of a traffic stop. Ma'am, you have yourself a parasite. He's doing nothing but draining you, and you're working 3 jobs to support you and him. Okay, so I already wanted to break up with him. Now I definitely want you to just run away, please. Thank you. Listen to this. So he straight up told me what would be the point in him working, as he would be left with nothing. He's perfectly fine with her working 3 jobs to support them and doing absolute nothing. This dude is a parasite. He has attached to a host and he is sucking her dry of her time, energy, and resources. This dude is a parasite that she needs to detach from. And he's doing all of this so he does not have to support his kids. He is a deadbeat parasite. He is a loser bum. He's worked odd jobs here and there like Walmart Spark or Lyft, but nothing sustainable. He dreams of entrepreneurship, which I fully support. He wanted to start a body care business. I donated plasma on the side and used money from work to get the supplies, but that was a dead end. Now he wants to do photography, but I'm not getting the camera he has asked for, as it's thousands of dollars, and I can foresee that being a dead end as well. He wasn't always like this. Early on, he had a car, a job, and was staying in a rooming house. He lied about this until about 3 months in. He lost his job 7 months in and sold his car as it was very worn, and we were moving to the Midwest from the East Coast. Now we move back to the South from the North. On top of that, I sometimes feel controlled. How you going to control somebody and you ain't got no money and you ain't got no place? What? Sometimes I feel controlled. He has strong opinions about what I wear and how I present myself, including limiting makeup or certain clothing choices, not wearing skinny jeans. While he loves me unconditionally and knows my flaws, these controlling behaviors make me feel restricted and frustrated. I am ready to throw the phone on the floor. I'm not going to throw it. The floor is carpet. I'm not going to really throw my phone because I can't afford to get another one right now. But I'm getting frustrated and enraged as I read this. Please run away from this dude before my phone breaks. A recent development is that I told him I want to return to school for a 1-year program in an advanced field. I would be paying out of pocket, but continuing to cover everything financially while attending school feels almost impossible. I've hinted that I may need to move back home with family for the time being, and I'm worried about how he would react and how it would affect us. Girl, you need to break up with him anyway. You need to detach from the parasite anyway. So yeah, who cares about what he said? Why do you care so much, ma'am? I know I haven't always handled my frustration perfectly. I can be blunt or mean, but this usually comes from feeling unheard or overwhelmed. I care about him deeply and empathize with his struggles, but I've started emotionally detaching. I feel like I've been carrying more of the emotional, financial, and practical burden, and it's taken a toll on me. The hardest part is that if I leave, he may not have anywhere to go. His mom has offered a place for him, but their relationship is strained, and he might opt for homelessness instead. That guilt weighs heavily on me. I love him and I wish he could get it together, but I also know I have to think about my own well-being. Am I the a-hole for considering moving back home to focus on school, even though it might leave my boyfriend with nowhere to go? I want women, young ladies, and I'm so glad that this young lady reached out to me. She was 20 when she got with this man. She's 25 now. I really want young ladies to stop giving their 20s to these men. He is sucking you dry. You needed to be pouring into yourself versus pouring into this man, working 3 jobs to support yourself and him when you could have been using that money to further your own future. He is dead weight. He's less than dead weight because he's sucking up your time, energy, and resources. I'm so glad that you reached out to me because we need to get this going. You've emotionally detached. Now let's go ahead and physically detach him. There you go. That's what I have to say about it. When she sent me this, I'm like, you know I'm going to give you the real deal and how I feel. And this is my real voice as I am reading this and getting frustrated for her. There's nothing positive about this relationship. It's a dead end. Steve says, this guy is not contributing to society in any meaningful way, would rather not work than support his existing children, drains you emotionally and financially. This is not a good man and definitely not any sort of partner to you. Go and go quickly. You have dreams and aspirations of bettering yourself. He is not your responsibility. He's his own responsibility, and look how he's handling that. Finally, let's not forget who the common denominator is in his chaotic life that sounds riddled with challenging relationships. He is. Here's the OP saying, I agree. Thank you a lot. My therapist told me something similar. It's difficult and even a little scary facing him every day, especially when I'm painted as the bad guy. Parking Award says, when you're in a long-term relationship, you should think about the rest of your life. You should break up with this guy, otherwise his inability to provide anything to the family will slowly crush you. A warrant, other kids, no job. How do you think this is going to work long term? However you feel now about the crushing weight of supporting this guy, it's going to get worse. And she says, I appreciate this. Thank you. The person at the bottom says, not the a-hole. You seem to have picked up a parasite. A real man pays his child support and deals with the consequences of his crimes rather than hiding from both. Yes, he's hiding from his own children and he's avoiding everything else. This dude needs to be not in your space, basically. If he don't want to go to his mama's house and he ends up homeless, that is on him. Archer Barcher says, I don't understand how someone can write all this out and still have to ask the question. Exactly. This person says, please do not stay with someone who is unwilling to work to better their or your situation. The reason he is giving for not seeking employment are not valid. You deserve a chance to better yourself without him constantly dragging you down, not the a-hole, run fast. And then the OP says, I agree. I also didn't think they were the best reasons, but I wanted to check my sanity here. I'm glad that she did. I'm glad that she reached out. Please know and understand that a lot of these Am I the A-hole posts can be fake, but there are some real people behind them. And keep in mind, this woman was 20 when she got with this man. Maybe she didn't have anybody in her life to bounce these things off with. So go ahead and let me know what you think. Let her know what you think. She's going to see this when I post this. Like, comment, and share.